Alright guys, so just wanted to recap for you guys this past week. Uh, let's start out with Tuesday night, a thrilling volleyball game. The most thrilling I've actually ever been a part of. We went to Baker, our biggest rival, and our girls were down the first. They lost the first game. They were losing by a lot actually, like 22 to 13, and eventually ended up coming back and lost 22 to 25. So good for them. I gotta say, I wasn't really worried because we were just out of sync. But I did realize, though, that after the first game, which we were ahead, and then they came back and still won, we were up by like 22-19, and then they ended up winning like 26-24 or 25-23, something like that, where it was like, oh man, I'm pretty nervous. And also because, I mean, my friends and I had actually painted up for the game, painted our chests or whatever. You'll see some pictures of that below. But anyway, we come back, barely win the third game. Fourth game, crushed them. Fifth game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It only goes to 15. It was 14 to 12, or 14-13. We had the advantage, one more point and we win because you got to win by 2. They tied up 14-14. 15-14, we're up. And just one more point to win. They tie it up again, so it's 15-15. We score one more point. Now it's finally advantage. Again, win by 2 and you win. The crowd was going crazy because constantly we were going, M, N, U, psh, M. And it's just this chant that we do, and it gets louder and louder and goes faster and faster, and it's great. And the whole time, BU, and we're outnumbered, probably our student section. It's an away game, but that's all right. And, they'd constantly be going, BU, TT, or BU, clap, clap, BU, clap, clap. But, when they'd be clapping, we figured BU, TT, kind of doing like the timeout sign. Anyway, it was fun for us. We finally score and we win the game. We go nuts and crazy. I mean, it was, again, just absolute exhilaration that I was feeling inside. A complete polar opposite from what I'd felt 2 Saturdays previous when they beat our football team. So good for them. Kudos to you guys. But then again, our men last week also beat them in soccer in a thrilling second overtime 2-1. And actually a guy from my hall, Jonathan Babcock, whom 4 weeks ago I'd actually in another video I showed you who he was. Anyway, scored a long header. I mean, just the sports here, friends, are a lot of fun to go to. The volleyball games, the football games, even though we didn't come out on top, we're still a lot of fun to go to. And like I said, the soccer games are great. Our cheering student section is always fun. I'll be sure to include one of those soon here. But know that the sports at MNU, it just gives this sense of identity and unity and loyalty that you have for the school to get to just cheer on your actual friends that that you have classes with, that you eat lunch with, and they are out representing MNU, beating Baker, at least, for the volleyball and soccer team. So, I mean, it's just a lot of fun and I mean, I'm not an athlete, I'm not on varsity, I did some in high school, I think I mentioned already track and football, a little bit of soccer, but to come here, though, and to still cheer on, and to know that my friends say, hey, thanks for coming out to the game, really meant a lot to us. That is encouraging for me, to know that, yeah, we are a community here that cares for each other, that wants to support one another. Finally, another highlight of my week was getting, how can you call it? I guess I'm going to call it another heavenly gift. It wasn't a nap, but my parents sent me a bunch of homemade chocolate chip cookies, and oatmeal cookies, oatmeal raisin. And get this, what I was craving, it was Monday night, and I'm thinking, man, I miss my dad's homemade jerky, beef jerky. And so then Tuesday I go to my mail, I check in a little box, see, oh my gosh, I got a package. So I go in, and I just see the cookies, but when I get to my room, because I was working when I first looked at it, so I couldn't open up the whole box, I get to my room, I see the beef jerky, and no lie, salivation started happening inside my mouth at that moment. When I took a bite, I'm sorry, my dad's beef jerky, one of the greatest in the history of mankind, in my biased opinion. Explosion of flavor took place inside my mouth. And just to know, again, that I am loved. And again, I shout out to my parents. I know, Mom, you say you sometimes watch this blog, so hi, Mom and Dad, if you end up watching this as well. I love you guys both as well. Friends, for all who else watch this, biasly, I do say I have the greatest parents in the whole world. All right. Anyways, I'm coming to MNU, and it's fall break. Being 16 hours away from home, I am actually staying in the dorms this weekend, but having a bunch of friends in my hall that are actually also athletes that come from various places. They also have practices and game tomorrow, so I'm actually not alone, so that's a plus. But my friends that do live, rather close by, they're all gone. So a little bummer. But this, actually, I'm going to be leaving pretty soon at like 5:30. Right now it's 4:14. And I'm going to have worship practice one more time with my brother Taryn, brother in Christ. And we'll be actually leading worship through music this coming weekend on our youth group retreat that we are both interns at Living Hope Church of the Nazarene, 175th and Ridgeview, 10:30 a.m. are the Sunday services. Hope you can come if you are around and are looking for a church. Also, 7 o'clock Wednesday nights. So that is not a shameless plug. Or rather it is, because I'm not ashamed to just let you guys know that Living Hope is a church that is welcoming. Yeah, I believe that you would grow in Christ if you went there. Finally, I would say, for those of you who are still in high school and maybe you're actually reading this blog, take advantage and be present that you are still a high schooler. You don't know how awesome it is to just be able to have friends that you get to cherish high school memories for. And when you get to college, though, I know that you'll have fun there, especially if you go to MNU. The relationships here, just to brag a little bit about my friends, Joey Vecchione, who's a freshman and I'm a sophomore, but we have fun playing volleyball. Hunter is also in my hall. Nathan, Paris, Justin, Alex, Wes. Okay, actually, I'm just going to start naming my whole hall. Guys, there's a... Let me just say this. At MNU, we really believe in building a community where we care for one another. We want to love like Christ. And that's not easy, obviously. But I promise you that it's offered and it's possible. And in Christ it's possible. Shout out again to Tanner Hamilton, Andrew Terry, Jared Bader, Tyler and Zach, who are in my hall as well. And Wes, of course, and Aaron and Jonathan Babcock and Austin, guys. These guys are just great. So if you guys ever watch this blog, please know that I really do love you. You guys are great. You make my college experience all the more better. I'm still in college. Anyway, I think that's it for me now, friends. But know that, again, you are loved. The Lord loves you. He's got grace, and I know I need it, and I know we all do. But anyway, that's it for now. The Lord bless you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right? Bye-bye.